Her body was coming up and down like this. And that's when I knew how bad it was. She ended up being given a cocktail that caused her to pass away. And to this day, it still hasn't been fully investigated.
We run our investigation to be as thorough and detailed as possible.
The crime scene was never roped off.
Body cams, videos, everything.
It was never treated as a homicide.
Because she, quote, was not a kindergarten teacher, it didn't warrant an investigation into her death.
Native women face murder rates 10 times higher than the national average.
Since colonization, indigenous peoples have been treated subhuman.
There was absolute genocide that was happening. General Pratt saying, kill the Indian and save the man.
More than 2 in 5 American Indian Alaska Native women were raped in their lifetime.
All Anishinaabe across Turtle Island can find one of their relatives who's been missing or murdered. I currently have 2 nieces that are missing or murdered.
My earrings are red dresses, which signifies the missing women.
There's 5 faces on there. Their lives were taken or they're continuing to be missing.
This is a picture of my daughter. Her name, Nanguns, meant little star. This is where she went. She went back to the stars.
Aren't we ready for something to be done?
We cannot let 4,000 unsolved cases of missing and murdered Indigenous people just be numbers.
When she passed away, we do a 4-day fire for their transition into the spirit world.
In 3 Fires, we provide culture care kits, and so that includes our sacred medicines of tobacco, sweetgrass, sage, and cedar.
So a lot of healing came from smudging with cedar and with sage and just being around family.
In our blood memories, we carry the spirits of all of our ancestors.
We really need to speak up and start exerting our sovereignty and showing what we have is important.
If we're not going to speak for ourselves and our relatives, who is going to do that?
Today shows us that we also need the grassroots. We need the help of the non-Indigenous communities to make sure that we get this epidemic within our state taken care of.
Communities hold stories of truth from generation to generation.
Let's come together and walk alongside each other.
We need to have a voice, and those voices should be Indigenous people who are invested in their own communities.